Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. LeBron James shares his heartbreak amid California wildfires. Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James has expressed his deep sorrow over the devastating wildfire sweeping across California. In a heartfelt post on Instagram, James shared an image from the Los Angeles Times depicting a burning house with a firefighter in front, accompanied by a sad and broken heart emoji. The emotional post reflected his heartbreak as the fires continue to ravage Los Angeles County. In another Instagram story, James highlighted the Lakers' statement regarding the rescheduling of their Thursday game against the Charlotte Hornets due to the ongoing crisis. Recently, James also took to X to offer a simple yet powerful message. Praying for everyone in Southern California. The wildfires, striking unusually during the winter months, have forced over 30,000 residents in areas like Pacific Palisades to evacuate their homes. Tragically, the fires have already claimed 5 lives and destroyed more than 1,000 structures, according to NBC News live updates. High winds, some reaching up to 100 miles per hour in mountainous areas, have complicated firefighting efforts, rendering aerial support ineffective for hours. On Tuesday night, while the Lakers suffered a tough loss to the Dallas Mavericks, the fires intensified, with new outbreaks reported in Sylmar and Eaton Canyon near Altadena. LeBron James' reaction shows that the devastating wildfires in California have touched lives across all walks, including prominent figures like celebrities and sports personalities. Los Angeles wildfires, Lakers, Rams, Kings, players, and coaches all affected by devastating fires. The Santa Ana winds have long been a harbinger of trouble in Southern California, their fierce gusts igniting and spreading wildfires that leave devastation in their wake. This week, as flames roared through neighborhoods and forced hundreds of thousands to evacuate, Los Angeles, a city known for its resilience, found its sports community deeply intertwined with the unfolding tragedy. From postponed games to displaced athletes and heartfelt gestures of support, the impact of these fires reaches far beyond the field, court, or arena. The confluence of sports and crisis has become a reflection of the city's unbreakable spirit, even in the face of unimaginable loss. The Los Angeles Rams, set to host the Minnesota Vikings in the NFL Wild Card round, found themselves adapting to the reality of the fires. Originally scheduled to take place at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, the game has been relocated to State Farm Stadium in Arizona. While SoFi remains outside the immediate fire zones, the decision, made in consultation with public officials and the NFLPA, was a precautionary measure as smoke and ash infiltrate the air across the region. Sean McVay, head coach of the Rams, expressed optimism earlier in the week that the game would remain at SoFi, even as smoke loomed over the team's practice facility in Woodland Hills. "We're ready to adapt, but our hearts are with the community," McVay said. What draft picks can Lakers use before the NBA trade deadline? The Lakers have already made a deal well before the NBA trade deadline, moving D'Angelo Russell, Maxwell Lewis and multiple second-round picks for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton. With the deadline happening on February 6 and the Lakers reportedly still not satisfied with the current roster, this might not be the only trade Vice President of Basketball Operations Rob Pelinka makes this season. "We know the players currently on the roster, but what draft assets can they use in a potential trade?" Before diving into the available picks, let's break down the ones that are gone and the selections that can't be traded due to the Stepien rule, which states that a team cannot trade its first-round pick in back-to-back years. To complete the deal with the Nets, the Lakers traded 3 second-round draft picks, a conditional pick in 2027 and unprotected picks in 2030 and 2031. The team's 2025 first-rounder now belongs to the Atlanta Hawks. It was originally going to go to the Pelicans as part of the Anthony Davis trade, but New Orleans traded it to Atlanta as part of the DeJounte Murray deal. The Lakers outright own their 2026 first-round selection, but can't trade it due to the Stepien rule since they will not have their 2025 pick. They traded their 2027 first-round pick to the Jazz in the Westbrook trade that brought Russell, Jared Vanderbilt and Malik Beasley to Los Angeles. The pick is top 4 protected, and if it lands in that range, it becomes a 2027 second-round pick. This means the Lakers can't trade their 2027 second-round pick either. And finally, the Lakers own their first-round pick in 2028 but can't trade it since their 2027 pick belongs to Utah. With all of the moves and the Stepien rule stipulations out of the way, here are the picks the Lakers can use to upgrade the roster this season. Watch, the LA wildfires and massive plumes of smoke clearly visible at the Rams practice facility. The greater Los Angeles wildfires continue on a deadly rampage. A windstorm on January 8 was the catalyst for the fires, the two largest being the Palisades and Eaton fires. The fires have burned more than 27,000 acres and thousands of homes and buildings have been burnt down. With wildlife and people's livelihoods already threatened, the fires are now affecting sports. After finishing with a record of 10-7 and winning the NFC West title, the Los Angeles Rams were going to kick off their playoff run at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. On January 13, the Rams are scheduled to host the Minnesota Vikings for the wild card round, but now that may be in jeopardy. When the news of the fires broke, the Vikings, who have SoCal natives on the team, sent out support to the Rams and the city of LA. Today at the Rams practice facility in Woodland Hills, California, smoke was visible from the horizon. If the fires do worsen, the NFL has already prepped State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, the home of the Arizona Cardinals, to be the new home of the wild card game. We continue to prepare to play the Vikings-Rams game as scheduled Monday night at SoFi Stadium. As with all games, there are contingency plans in the event a change in location is needed. In this instance, the game would be played on Monday night at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, if necessary, the NFL said in a statement yesterday. We will continue to closely monitor developments in the area and will remain in contact with public officials, both clubs and the NFLPA. Even with a contingency plan in place, this afternoon the Rams organization shared to X/Twitter that their playoff game is still expected to be held in SoFi Stadium. As of today, at least 5 citizens have been found dead, thousands of houses have been burned down, and Hollywood landmarks have been destroyed. There are currently 5 active fires in LA County that have yet to be contained. Yesterday, the Los Angeles Kings game was postponed, and today the Los Angeles Lakers have postponed their game versus the Charlotte Hornets. Collegiate sports is also being affected. UCLA canceled their men's volleyball matches this week due to safety concerns, while Pepperdine and Loyola Marymount both postponed their women's basketball games. Lakers make Bronny James decision after Mavericks game. After only playing in one game for the Los Angeles Lakers in December, rookie Bronny James, the son of LeBron, has seen the court in 2 of the Lakers' previous 3 games. Last month, Bronny was constantly going back and forth between the Lakers and their G League affiliate, the South Bay Lakers. The former USC Trojan had started to find his stride, scoring in double figures in 6 of his last 7 G League games. On Tuesday, Los Angeles lost its second straight game, falling to the Dallas Mavericks 118-97. To make matters worse, both LeBron James and Anthony Davis were playing for the Lakers while Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving were out. It was an ugly performance for JJ Redick's squad all around, enough so that Bronny was able to come in for the final 126 of action with the game already well out of hand. But he did not record any statistics. On Wednesday, ahead of a 5-game homestand, Los Angeles has made a decision on Bronny. With South Bay facing in-state foe, the Stockton Kings, on Saturday, Bronny was assigned to the G League once again. Los Angeles forward Jared Vanderbilt will join Bronny with South Bay, likely to help with his recovery from foot surgery. Jared Vanderbilt played 5-on-5 with coaches yesterday, LA Times Lakers beat writer Dan Woik reported. Lakers would like to get him on the court with either the team or G League before his return. Said plan is for him to come back in small doses. Want to build him up for a playoff run. Bronny has appeared in 9 games for the South Bay Lakers this season, averaging 14.7 points on 37.9% shooting, 4.4 rebounds and 4.3 assists in 27.9 minutes per contest. He even tallied 30 points in a December 12 game against the Valley Suns, his first G League road trip. The Los Angeles Lakers have fallen to 20-16 after their latest loss to the Mavs. However, with the Friday night matchup against the Charlotte Hornets cancelled due to the tragic fires in the LA area, they won't see the court again until Sunday when they face the San Antonio Spurs. Lakers expected to open trade talks with Nets for Day'Ron Sharpe. The Los Angeles Lakers completed a trade with the Brooklyn Nets for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton last month. But they could start talks with the Nets again, this time targeting big man Day'Ron Sharpe. Anthony Irwin of Clutch Points reported that the Lakers initially wanted Sharpe in the Finney-Smith trade, but they couldn't agree to a deal and accepted Shake Milton. According to league sources, the Lakers asked the Nets about Day'Ron Sharpe being included in the Dorian Finney-Smith trade, but were told it would take additional draft compensation. So, the Lakers opted instead for Shake Milton. Pelinka is expected to continue conversations with Sean Marks about Sharpe, though, so this situation is definitely worth monitoring. The Lakers are clearly looking to bolster their frontcourt depth going forward, and Day'Ron Sharpe is an excellent option for them if they can land him. There are not a lot of players on his profile available for the price that he might be. But the Nets will be looking to land a first-round pick from the Lakers this time. Sharpe makes just $3.9 million this season and is a restricted free agent next season. This season, he is averaging 7.3 points, 6.1 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 0.8 steals, and 0.5 blocks per game, while shooting 44.8% from the field, 15% from beyond the arc, and 87% from the free throw line. The Lakers may look at his three-point shooting and get concerned, but given that the Lakers will rely on their smaller players to shoot the three-ball. Players like Austin Reeves, Dalton Knecht, Rui Hachimura, and Dorian Finney-Smith are their best three-point shooters, and LeBron James can be great when the time calls for it. As far as getting this deal done, it is relatively simple. Sharpe doesn't make a lot of money, and the Lakers wouldn't have to give up a lot to get him. A package consisting of Cam Reddish, Jalen Hood-Schifino, and a 2025 second-round pick via the Clippers would be enough for the Nets to agree to send Day'Ron Sharpe. While the Nets would try their best to get a first-round pick out of the Lakers in this deal, it is tough to make it happen, as Sharpe makes very little money and is a restricted free agent this summer. But given that the Lakers are desperate to land a big, and Sharpe is a young player with tremendous upside, it is not impossible. Sean Marks and Rob Pelinka will have to begin their conversations soon, as the trade deadline expires 3 weeks from now, and there isn't a lot of time left to complete this trade. Perhaps they could even expand this trade to include Rui Hachimura for Cameron Johnson, as Hachimura is a player that the Lakers would trade if they could land an all-star caliber player. Regardless of what happens, stay tuned to Fadeaway World for the latest trade rumors, updates, and round-the-clock NBA coverage. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Day'Ron Sharpe? Leave your opinion in the comments.